Sonic the Hedgehog. I just love the variety of speed it brings. The pleasing aesthetics from each stage. The deep, rich sounds. It's all so nostalgic to me. But the only aspect that's bothering me is that every single time I launch this title, I have to go through the game as Sonic. I would like the graphics and location to be near intact, but I wouldn't mind experiencing the game with a different cast member. It's like watching the same YouTuber does it work on real hardware every single time. But did you know there are Sonic ROM hacks out there to
help with this very situation? That's why today we have a variety of character ROM hacks to test out, ranging from Knuckles the Echidna, Bunny Rabbit, and even this Buzzkill. Oh dear. So the focus is currently going to be Sonic 1 character swaps, and what better way to start this video than with Sonic's trusted sidekick, Tails. This ear-screeching mess is not what I expected, which is upsetting really because Tails himself seems to be on top form. He can fly as expected and can even swim. All appropriate text has been accounted for, and the palette deviations doesn't seem to be an issue. But my word, if you really want to play this, put the game on mute. The sound driver got corrupted during the making of this hack, and it is unbearable. But from what I come across, no game-breaking crashes occurred because of it. I tried booting Tails over the PAL Mega Drive, and we get the exact same tone-deafening distortion here. Does Tails in Sonic 1 work on real hardware? Saying no would be harsh, but it's evidently not right either, so I'm going to say partially. It doesn't look like we're off to a great start. I wonder if we could turn this around.
Yeah, let me help you.
Maybe let another
member of the trio take control, and let that Red Echidna show what he's made of. Here's a game that the original Sonic team were unable to pull off, and instead give us about a kajillion Boosphere levels. Well, Stealth, a developer behind Sonic Mania, has answered our prayers with Knuckles in Sonic 1. He has his complete skill set transferred from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, his jump height has been accounted for, and his dreadlocks has had too much hair gel applied. I remember Sonic Team saying the palette would be an issue, and this hack goes to show that they weren't lying, because Knuckles does look a little worse for wear. But after a few minutes, I seem to push all that into the back of my mind. None of Knuckles' sound effects have been applied, such as the wall-grabbing clutch or the floor-landing thud. But otherwise, the game does seem to be in good working condition. Does Knuckles in Sonic 1 work on real hardware? Yes, it does. Knuckles is a badass fighter, but no one can top one of the highest ranking members
of the Freedom Fighters, Sally Acorn, and she is full of surprises. Now that is a sick looking title screen. And when starting Green Hill, the first thing that you'd probably notice is that she doesn't spin while jumping, leaving her vulnerable to damage. But I mean, come on, like, who needs a spin attack when you carry a gun? Like a badass gun, man. Shadow will be proud, man. She's able to shoot hazards in a horizontal direction, and she has the ability to change the contents of the monitors and press buttons from a distance. I mean, no spin dash is available, but she can take a leap of faith, which feels useless to be honest, but she can slide for a long time and deafen anyone nearby. With the new capabilities behind, it goes to show that the graphical presentation is decent. Every frame of Sally is implemented, as well as other necessary alterations, such as the signpost and life icon. And if I do say so myself, it plays just as well as the original game, maybe even better. Does Sally in Sonic 1 work on real hardware? Yes! That's one Freedom Fighter who's passed the challenge, but here comes another contender.
Bunny the Rabbit. And trust me, she has some welly. And what do I mean by that? Well, this. She likes to alert the whole world while hovering with that questionable sound effect, but at least she has a more powerful boost unlike Sally. Nevertheless, Bunny is still left defenseless, even while jumping. Although, she is able to extend her arm in multiple directions to attack adversaries, collect power-ups, demolish walls, and to soft-lock the game. Oopsie. Again, the sprite work for Bunny is perfect, and the animation is clean and it's smooth, and there's no obvious color issues in the maps. A lot of work has been put into this one, and it is fully paid off. Does Bunny the Rabbit in Sonic 1 work on real hardware? Yes. You know, this channel has shown both Espio and Vector in Sonic 1 before.
But up until now, we'd forgotten about the little guy, and his name is Charmy B. Aw, look how happy he is. I'm not sure how long I can stay happy for though, because Charmy is giving me a headache with how much he's abusing these zones. He's able to fly in any given course with plenty of energy, meaning he never gets tired. And that buzzing noise that goes along with his ability is repetitive to say the least. It's destroying my eardrums. Ah! Regrettably, no skill is required to complete the game. Not really. You can just fly up in the air and pass everything within seconds, sucking all of the fun out of the original classic. Even Eggman is like, not the beast! Ironically, Charmy can't even fly in the special stages, so they're just as tough as ever. With all that said though, I encountered no bugs or glitches with very little slowdown errors. Does Charmy in Sonic 1 work on real hardware? Yes. So far, we've stayed within the same family, but let's branch
next.
out. Give a character from a whole different family a shot. How does Kirby sound? Kirby the Superstar. This little guy sucks. I know that's the oldest joke in the book, but I'm not above using it. But literally, he sucks in objects, badniks, you name it. After all, why go to them when you could make them come to you? Or just send the badniks down to hell. Moving on. This pink ball can double jump, but unfortunately he is unable to float, which, if Charmy has taught us anything, is probably for the best. I was really hoping that the boss was changed to King Dedede, but Dedede disappointingly, it's still just Dr. Eggman. The game rules have also been slightly changed within this ROM hack. You're able to get an extra life for every 50 rings you collect or for each signpost you pass, which means your life counter starts to rack up pretty rapidly. But don't let that fool you into feeling safe and secure, because they're not lives, they're hit points. Each time you receive damage, you won't lose rings, but you get a point deducted. Reach 0 and it's game over for you. It's a welcome change for a character outside of the series, and I really enjoy testing this one. Does Kirby work on real hardware? Yes. It's been great trialing all these members within the first Sonic game to ever be made, but what if you wanted to stick with the original character but become super?
My husband can become stronger, I must
faster, and more
daring than ever. Well, now that's a possibility. I've gone over this game before, so I'll make this one quick. Right off the bat, you're able to select a couple of choices before you start your journey. Do you want to have the emeralds and the ring quota on you now? Or would you prefer to collect them later? And which jingle would you prefer while you're eradicating your foes? This option we'll be coming back to in just a second because there's an interesting feature here. The game is pretty self-explanatory. If you have all the emeralds and at least 50 rings, you can transform into Super Sonic by tapping B in midair. And he feels just as slick as he does in the sequels. If, however, you want to glow even more, jump and press B while airborne again to upgrade to Hyper Sonic. And his extra huge jump works, as well as the screen flash, wiping all evil off the screen. This is what the reward should have been in the vanilla game when going for all of the stones, and it has now become a reality. But just before we end it, here's a secret. If you connect your Mega Drive to a Mega CD, then a new song appears in the playlist. You can now enjoy a flawless conversion of the Knuckles Chaotix Invincibility theme while you're in your perfect form. Now that is clever, and most importantly, it functions faultlessly. Does Super Sonic and Hyper Sonic work on real hardware? Yes! Wow, what a showcase! The Tails ROM hack started off a little bumpy, being a little bit unpleasant to our ear holes, but the rest of the games went off without a hitch. It's a shame that I can't become super myself, but that's
he doesn't become super. What a clickbaiting idiot.